Hello? Don't leave me, folks. I hope it's gonna work out. OBS crashed. I copied the error log in my WordPad. I don't know what to do with it, but I guess I'll save it for later at some point maybe. Someone is gonna figure out what was wrong. No idea. Sassler. That is a combination, I'd say, because I mean, I started getting more serious about art like maybe 12, 13 years ago. So over that time period, I consumed a lot of different media, lots of manga, and also lots of classical drawing stuff. Yeah, so I can't really give you either or answer. It's obviously both. I'm also not really an expert on facial anatomy and stuff. There's some people who are like insane about that, and it might. I'm like not perfectly realistic. I use a lot of shortcuts in facial construction, and I don't draw photoreal stuff, and my paintings usually aren't photoreal either. I never trained in like photorealism. And here, sorry, I'm 29. And Kirill, I do have an bachelor's degree in illustration, if that counts for a formal education for you. What did I think of my schooling? It was fun. Did the stream crash again? No. Stream didn't crash, just buffering. I don't know, maybe something's going on. Can't tell. It's dangerous, apparently. I'm just gonna stop watching my own stream. The Bass. I never played Overwatch, so, and also didn't play Sea of Thieves. So I can't comment on the validity of that statement. I watched some Overwatch footage and I'm sure I saw Hanzo before. Let's do the next page. Saya, what up? Thanks for hopping in before you have your Feierabend. How was work? Yes, Cessna, you do that. Drawing's good. Draw more. 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 You designed a god. What kind of god is it? Right, designer of gods. Looking epic. Alright, new piece of paper. Let's do it. A new Pokemon. What is a new Pokemon? What? Hello, Remanik. Thanks for joining. And please enjoy yourself. Jabba the Hutt, his daughter? Excuse me? No, I don't always start drawings with odd shapes. I'm just doing some fun little exercises right now. Just relaxing. Silence, Jenny. I do what I want. You can tell me what I need to. Well, sorry, music just broke up. Later, Saya. Have a nice and safe trip home. me just leave that here somewhere. Do the next one. I don't know, maybe. What? What do we do with this? I don't fucking know. Oh, please do, Remanik. I don't know, let's make him really angry here. Hello, Gorga. Thanks for joining. Absolutely not the bass. Absolutely not. Trying to relax here. Maybe later. Maybe later. It's all gonna be Kappa anyways. How am I supposed to get my training in if it's all Kappa? The T button, it's natural break, or like a T break. It just activates the 5-minute break instead of waiting the usual time. So in about half an hour I would take a break usually, and because about an hour has passed, just take a 5-minute break. I skipped the first one because I was still pretty good. in about 20 minutes. I'll take a little bit of a break though. Maybe get a snack. Get some more water. It digitally tells me though to make some tea, basically. So it's almost as good. Looks pretty pissed. And next, have I set any goals for this year? Well, making enough money to sustain myself is currently my goal, so I don't have to take up an office job. Well, thanks for the good luck. I'll need it. have I watched any good movies? I have a really, really bad memory. I might have. I did. I watched Arrietty by Studio Ghibli. And I absolutely loved it. It's fantastic. I can only recommend everybody watch that, because it's a masterpiece of set design and just atmosphere that it produces. So good. Ah, yours. I just fell in love with that movie. I have not seen Your Name. Moin Steffen. Alles klaro? Was geht? I hear that's a very good movie though. And I will definitely check it out someday. Was ist denn so Leckeres? Ich muss heute eigentlich auch noch einkaufen. Keine Nudeln mehr. Lecker, lecker. Guten Hunger. Yeah, Jenny. That's a sign of quality right there. Let's continue. Oops. Kinda some kind of evil grandma. Although maybe that's not a grandma. I don't know. Looks like a dude. I don't know about that one. Not really, Jenny. All my hobbies are either not art related, or when they are creative focused, then it's mostly something to do with like painting or a similar medium. Painting, drawing, woodcuts. Although I haven't done one in a while. I mean, you could consider the stuff I do for Celsius also writing, but I don't know if you could say that's a hobby because it's also connected to my business. Tricky, tricky, tricky. I don't know. I understand, yeah. Alright, folks. I'll be taking a 5-minute break now to stretch a little bit, and I'll be back in just a bit. While this is happening, watch this nice break overlay screen. And I'm back. Let's see that we get this finished. And the next one, let's put that one up here. Hello, Cork1D. Or maybe it says Corkit? Unclear. Please clarify. But thanks for joining the channel. Enjoy yourself while you stay. Get entranced by the sweet tunes of the elevator music. What am I up to? I'm just doing some exercises. Nothing grand, just some sketches. doodling around. Hello, Stefan. What up? When I'm finished with the stream and went to buy some groceries, I'll check out your stuff and write you an answer. Do I think that the German industry is oversaturated with concept artists? I have no idea. How would I know that? I'm not someone who works at a company and is in any way responsible for hiring people, so I can't tell you. All I know is that there's a limited amount of jobs in Germany because they just isn't as big of a game development scene as in America or the UK or Canada. That might play a role. But I can't give you any facts on that matter. Is there a reason you want to know specifically? That is not a default brush, no. That one is created by the artist named Yama Yurabaev. He has it on, or at least the brush pack that's in on his DeviantArt page. And next page. I got some, Stefan, I got some Google search results for just portrait on my other screen, and I'm using them as a guideline, not as a one-to-one reference though. So I don't have to like stop and do too much thinking about certain things in the facial structure and stuff. Makes things quicker and easier. Stefan, I actually don't do that much study material. I usually work on like more involved pieces all the time. It's been a while since I've done stuff like this. Just no purpose studies. I like to integrate usually my my work into something with meaning, like beyond the exercise itself. if any of you listening in or watching have any questions, feel free to ask them. Maybe for next time I should collect like a little bit of a list of things I can talk about when there's like dead air. It's nice if I concentrate on the art, but I suppose if I'm streaming I should also engage people a bit more in conversation. How do I deal with distractions? Which ones? They're different types and they're differently hard to deal with. I mean, it's not like if I have to take a little break to deal with whatever was like a package at the door. I just am unable to work anymore after that. That's not how it works for me. I just deal with it, get back to work. I don't have that much of a problem if it's not like... The thing that distracts me most is when things get frustrating and I can't seem to get things correct how I want them. That's when I start losing energy. Not necessarily when there's external stuff going on. But if things just go right, I get into that flow state, you know, where things just work out and I lose track of time. That's how it is for me. You can't work from home as productive as in the office, because you got too much clutter, the internet and everything just distracting you. I can see that. But I do tend to work long, so, and when I work from home I don't need to be on any kind of schedule, and it's not like my office closes at 9 or something. So if I get distracted by something on the webs, it doesn't mean that I lose too much. No boss is gonna come and yell at me. Did you get rejected a lot when you were looking for an internship? No, I was pretty lucky with my applications. I usually got the position I wanted. Not so much anymore once I started putting out feelers for an actual position, but that's always how it goes, right? People love taking interns. Too cozy. Well, I can understand that as well. Sometimes I just take a nap on the sofa and just don't want to get back up. Hello Scampy, what up? Where would you suggest getting an internship might work out? Well, that depends. Where do you live? I mean, look at it like this. Although the restrictions are less severe for an intern, of course, your portfolio is the only thing somebody judges you by when they think about if they want to get you into the company. At least at first. After that, they check if you're socially acceptable. But if your portfolio matches the company, then you have a good chance of getting an internship, I would say. Germany, well, I don't know. You can try some of the bigger companies that do mobile games. There's Ubisoft, right? Originally Blue Byte. Maybe they take some. And then there's Tidelic, but I don't know if they still... I'm pretty sure they cut down a lot on internships. You should probably check out if there's a company where you live that does game dev. I mean, I assume you want to get game dev internships because nobody else takes artists as interns, I'd say. Although maybe like a FX studio or an advertising company. I don't know about going abroad for internships, especially if you were the one who would have to pay for accommodations. If they pay for you, then I wouldn't mind, but if you have to pay for the whole ordeal, then nah. Unless you actually want to work at that company as a full-time artist, which if you have a impressive time there, then that might be a possibility, but paid expenses, of course. Nice. That's good. But if you're already a freelancer and like are work ready, so to speak, why would you try to do an internship? Wouldn't it make more sense to just get a job, a full-time job? Why would you downgrade? By the way, if any of you... maybe there's no place for that yet, but maybe I should put up something on the Discord if any of you have like good tips and stuff like that. For example, about paid expense internships like that. I could put a category up in Discord so you can set them up there, so others can see that stuff. I was pretty lucky with my internships up till now. I mean, I did 2 basically, and both of them were paid, so I didn't have to work for free, and both of them were nice learning experiences. I enjoyed them a lot. You're not sure about how efficient you could be, but I mean, that's part of the process of being an intern. You don't really go to a company to compare yourself with other interns. You go there to learn. Nobody expects an intern to be highly efficient or, you know, at the same level of capabilities as the in-house artists. You're there to learn, right? See how in-house working as an in-house artist is like. Hello, Triumph Sketches. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna be drawing some more for about another hour until I go offline. So if you got any questions and stuff, now's the time. How easy is it to become a freelancer in Germany? Lanutag. I personally hate paperwork. And there was quite a bit to do, but it's not as complicated as I thought it would be. It's just that I personally don't enjoy that at all. But you can take care of it pretty comparatively easy. I think the more complicated stuff comes when you have to file your taxes, which is why I don't do that myself. I have I don't know what's the name, tax consultant. John Grello is awesome. Triumph. I love his stuff. It's really good. Always admire when he puts some stuff on ArtStation. He's got such a nice clean style. Kirill, I do it sometimes, like I'm pretty sorry. But not that often. In plein air in specific, I actually never did. How did I start getting work? Well, I did. I started freelancing when I got a long-term contract offered, basically. So I already had a contract going. That one did last for like 2 years, and now I send around my portfolio and improve my portfolio and try to get interest going that way. But I'm still basically at the beginning. Last year was pretty rough. I had a lot of trouble with my wrists and didn't get anything done. I mean, I did get my new portfolio done, which was nice, and it already helped me a lot. But I'm nowhere near currently being self-sufficient with my freelancing. But we'll see how this year turns out. Some cringy old pieces. Sure, just wait a second. I can show you one of the first digital artworks I ever did. Let me check that out. Just wait a second. Gonna love it. Get blown away. How about this one? Can you see the markings of a great master? What do you think? How does it compare with my current stuff? I think my skill kinda dropped. Yeah, right. How about checking out some World of Warcraft fan art. What do you think about this one? You like that? It's from 2004. I think just has a lot more expression than my stuff I do now. I sold my soul. Back then I was still creative. About 2007, that was like 3 years later. I was getting a little bit better. That's when I joined a forum, online forum for digital art. The Digital Art Forum is the name. It's a German forum. Now how about some character design? What do you think about that one? I really like I really like it. That's the perfect T-pose, man. I look at his crotch, it's like sucked right in. So good. Look at that hobo beard, so scraggly. So good. Awesome environment concept. It's beautiful. I think I got a lot better in the next year. Actually, though. Actually started doing some stuff that was not completely horrible anymore. And my drawing improved as well. That one's kinda interesting. I actually stopped doing like more abstract stuff at some point. God. Some dude getting pummeled. Ugh. I think this stuff is what I got my first internship with. I'm not sure. Maybe it was still in the portfolio when I did that. I don't know. What do you mean turning point? It's gradually improving. There is no turning point. At some point you just start spending a lot more time, and spending time equals better skills. And that's all. Man, this old stuff really takes me back. It's like a metal cover. And some photo studies. Yeah, right. I mean, I don't know how much time I spent all in all on art stuff, but it's gotta get close to 10,000. I don't know. How would you even calculate that? No idea. (2009). That was actually... oh right, 2009 is when I started studying, right? I think so. Like, studying for illustration. That's some weird dude. That's real creepy. That was like... I think that was when I was at a convention, right? From that forum. I did stop after a while posting in that forum. Just kinda... I don't know what to say about it even. Maybe grew out of it? Not grew out of it, that sounds weird and arrogant. It's just... I never was one to do a lot of forum stuff. Postpone that. I'm not gonna take a break while I'm doing such interesting things. Katie Ellis Alexander. Inspiration is in the project itself. And it's hard to trace, you know. I also had some things like a painting by an artist named Hirschl. Hiremi Hirschl? Adolf Hiremi Hirschl, I think is his name. Where it's like Charon guiding dead souls over Styx, the river Styx, I think. And that's kind of my inspiration for the atmosphere. But yeah, there's lots of stuff. After 2009, I didn't sort my stuff in years anymore. It would take a bit too much time to just sort through all that stuff. I guess the only thing I can just immediately place would be my first project in illustration studies. I don't know, where did I put that stuff? I guess I can't find it right now. Well, whatever. Some other time. You like the Krone painting so much you regularly look at it, for real? The painting or the drawing? Which one do you like more? Man, that painting took forever. It's gotta be over 80 hours. Maybe 100 hours, I don't know. It took so long. The drawing, you like the drawing more? Oh, Hirschl. Yeah, Hirschl is amazing. It's such a cool painting. Just has that amazing atmosphere. Yeah, Stefan, that's the one. Maybe you can see the, at least the influence of Hirschl. I mean, it's clearly inferior, but I did try my best. Hello, Lunartemis. Glad you like it. Get comfortable. Stick around. Enjoy the elevator music. I think the first time I saw a Hirschl painting was when I was reading James Gurney's Color and Light. Awesome book, by the way, can recommend. And I was smitten. Instantly smitten. Without a doubt. Yes, elevator music. It's so gloriously inoffensive. Just the right thing to drown out any unpleasant thoughts. The book is Color and Light by James Gurney. No problem. You can also check out James Gurney's blog. He regularly posts stuff, and he always got some interesting insights. He focuses a lot on seeing, like how the human eye sees stuff and techniques. Some old master stuff. He's the artist behind the Dinotopia books, if you know those. I actually don't own any of myself, but I mean, he kinda did what I want to do with Celsius 13, right? He has his own little universe that he created, and he published books and art books and stories. It's amazing. Relaxed. This brush is also a lot easier on my wrist than my usual drawing brush. I already thought about how maybe I could switch, but it really depends on the type of usage, right? If I want to have a specific look, then, and this one provides a very specific look, I can go with this one, but sometimes this just doesn't suit the thing I want to draw. This is a really fun exercise, by the way. I can only recommend. Just it's really fun, relaxing. It's basically the my little time to relax before I'm gonna start working on my contracts that I acquired or was offered. That'll keep me busy for quite a while. I'll probably not be able to stream for a while. I might get back on it on the weekend though, depends how blasted I am from my contract stuff. It's gonna be not easy. It's gonna be, but not hard is not what I want to say. Exhausting? No. It's just gonna be a lot of work, basically. I have to do 2 book covers. It's gonna take some time. Little Scampy. How would I know, man? I just started streaming like 4 days ago. I never asked. But the thing is, mostly they wouldn't. Just think about it, right? They got their own publishing schedule, and I also wouldn't want to actually work on professional stuff while I stream. It's okay for my own personal stuff because I have the excuse of it not being for somebody else and I'm not getting paid for it. So I can have the excuse that I'm just talking to chat and getting distracted, you know? But I just, I don't want to be distracted while I work on... Excuse me? What kind of names are you talking about? I don't know. What? Oh, you mean which companies I worked for? I mean, my last 2 covers I did were for Tor Books and for Angry Robot Books. And I haven't done any other covers yet. But yeah, I do notice that I'm not as focused when I stream, so I can't really do that for a professional job. It's like a real bad idea. Even if the client were to allow it, I don't think it would be acceptable. I just want to be fast for that job and not like take my time with it, because in the end, leaving quality out of the equation for now, and of course you always want quality to be at its highest possible point, but in fact, if I take too long to do a job, then it gets less financially rewarding. Obviously, if it's a fixed fee I take, then it divides over the time I take, and the longer I take, the less money I make, in effect. What if the client forces me to stream it? Then they obviously are okay with me taking it longer. Then it wouldn't be a problem. But the only client I can imagine that would force me to stream what I do would be Twitch. And I don't think they hire illustrators. And I don't know why they would hire me if they probably have other artists. I like this page, it turned out nice. Gears art. Yeah, but does he do illustrations or does he do graphic design? I'm not a graphic designer. I don't do small icon designs and stuff like that, for example, because I'm not good at it. Illustrations, alright, because I haven't seen any Twitch illustrations. Where do they post those? Ah, okay. I see. Then yeah. As I said, they do have their own people already. Yep, I like this page. Yeah, of course. Why would you? Well, they do have the Amazon cash, so they could hire 20 people. Hey Twitch. If I was an art director, what would I value most? Depends, where do I work as an art director? Do I work in a movie company? Do I work in a game studio? Do I work as an art director for a book publisher? Video games, then probably how how good at communicating ideas visually the person is, and if he has the creativity necessary. But probably mostly if he can communicate ideas on a visual level. I'd say that's probably most important for concept artists in games, because you are in the end working. Your work becomes the base for what other people have to do, like 3D artists. And if you are not good enough at communicating what it is that is supposed to be happening in that in your pieces, and they would have trouble understanding what you want, and that's a bad thing, because that just creates endless feedback loops and gets people stuck and wasting time. How do you see if a person can communicate ideas? Well, for example, let's say what would be a good example? Yeah, it's pretty hard to come up with something off the top of my head. It's hard to see in a portfolio, it's true. For example, if there's if you show me a portfolio and you have a lot of stuff in there that's very nicely rendered from an angle that doesn't describe the object in a useful way for an artist that is gonna try to build that in 3D, that would be probably not very helpful. And it would be better if I saw something that's less rendered, but instead is shown from all the angles necessary for a 3D artist to build it. You see what I mean? Or if I see that all of your designs are very subtle and it's hard to detect any expressions or things like cultural leanings in the clothing, for example. You know, since you have to create a world for someone to see on a screen, in a world they can run around in. It's good to be very, very clear about your designs, making them easily readable and not necessarily obvious, but it is helpful for if somebody who looks at that in the game can understand what it's supposed to convey. And obviously that needs to happen in your concept as well. So if I see if I were to see, I don't know, maybe concepts for Eastern European setting, medieval Eastern European setting, or Eastern, like maybe Afghanistan region even, and all I see is like standard medieval designs that are from Center Europe or just vaguely fantasy, that would indicate to me that the person didn't do their research and can't communicate the idea of that cultural setting. But you know, it's not as clear cut as you need to do that and this in your portfolio. Obviously there's a lot of wiggle room, and an art director has to decide on your stuff if it's good or not, based without having too much context to that, right? So obviously if you give them enough context to already in the concepts that they can understand what you're showing them, that's perfect, right? Because that's all the person who is on the other side of the screen when they play a game also gets. They have part of the context, they have more context when they play the game, of course, but if they just see your stuff, they are in the same position as the art director. So you need to give them a portfolio that they can immediately see what you're trying to convey and how you would benefit the company when you're hired, because you can not only create great concepts and have great ideas, you can also show and communicate those ideas visually in your concepts, so in a way that the gamer later is gonna be not gonna be stumped when he sees it and he's like, what the fuck is this? Is it a crab? Is it an eel? I don't know. Weird game. I want a refund. You gotta keep in mind though that I'm not an art director, and if you want an opinion on that, you should actually ask an art director. I can just give you my experience and what makes logical sense, because you know, you have to put yourself in their shoes as an individual that is swamped with work and doesn't have a lot of time to evaluate your stuff. Gotta impress them quick, or they're just gonna run away. Hello, Degogisbert Artwork. Thanks for joining. You actually caught the last 20 minutes of stream. I'm gonna jump out of the stream in about 20 minutes or half an hour. So, lucky you. Jeremiah is it depends, right? I mean, your concept portfolio doesn't necessarily get reduced in quality if you have a good render in there. It's just that you have to still have the other stuff. If you can show that you can do both, that's great. Maybe they'll even put you in some marketing artwork stuff, but you have to be careful. If the piece that you're showing could be instead something that makes you more attractive for specifically concept art, then you should probably drop it and put something else in. But if they aren't competing, for space or attention from the art director, and sure, can't really hurt. But it actually has to be okay and good, because your portfolio is obviously gonna be judged by the weakest piece. So you should never put something you aren't confident in your portfolio. Always put your best work in. You don't want them seeing your, piece where you struggle and where you can't really get it right, because it's gonna color their expectation of you, and they might not hire you. You don't have to apologize for jumping in late. You can also check out the rest of the stream later or now, while it's still in VOD format, video on demand. I actually have to check out how I can put my streams on YouTube. There's an export button and stuff, so I need to set all that up, because I think the recordings are just gonna get deleted end of the week. I'll make a note. All right. Let's save all the sketches. Oi. Ugh. Am I gonna publish on Facebook? What do you mean? Do you mean, am I gonna stream on Facebook? Actually, I'm gonna save those a little bit smaller. More like this, yeah. Probably, yeah. Once I'm done. Ja, ja. All right. Maybe one last sketch in the 10 minutes I got left. I don't know. I don't sell any prints currently now. The thing is, I'm not sure if I can without doing additional tax stuff where I have to pay taxes for being like a trader. If I sell actual physical goods, I have to change my tax classification stuff, and I don't know if that's the case if I do it over DeviantArt or anything like Society 6 or something, but currently I don't sell anything. I'd have to check out if there's, you know, if there's enough interest there to warrant the extra work and paperwork stuff, that I make everything, that it makes sense for me to invest time in that. I mean, I have been asked like a few times for prints, but can't really judge if it's worth the time yet. I also don't know what I would print, because most of my stuff, my paintings especially, I'm not sure if they're very print friendly because of the colors I used and stuff, and how dark they are. It's a bit hard to judge for me. But if I find out that I don't have to do anything extra, if I do it over DeviantArt, for example, I might do that, you know. Skip that. I gotta be fast. Only a few minutes left. Let's pick up the pace and get that going. Some British fella. Let's put that there. Let's put some folds in here. Yep, that's all. Some dude coming up, being all menacing. I don't know. Bye bye, Stefan. I'm gonna sign off too soon. I don't know, maybe he's like some kind of accomplice or something for some crime. Looks a little bit like Ed Sheeran or something. Hi, Dolus. It's sad, but you just caught the end of the stream. I'm just doing one final quick sketch and then I'm gonna drop off for today. Maybe you can watch the recording if you're interested in today's stream. The viewer numbers were pretty good today as well. Got almost constantly like 30 people or something in stream. That was pretty good. Thanks, guys and ladies. See if maybe gotta put that somewhere else or something. Yeah, thanks, Triumph. Please come again so I can use you as bait. Hello, Marmorina. And also to you, sorry, but I'm actually gonna log off in like a few minutes. Just gonna finish this sketch and then I'm off. But thanks anyway. Check out the VOD. And I'll also post the results again in the Discord and on Facebook. Ah, sorry. Yeah. I don't have the time today. I mean, I kinda could, but I got some other priorities that need to be taken care of. And I also don't wanna overwork myself because I got some work stuff coming up that needs to be where I need to be fresh, you know? Which is why today I only did some practice sketches. Nothing fancy. Yup, that's it for that one. That's it for today. Just gonna save this one and then I'm gonna have to leave you guys. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks. As I said, I'll probably be back on the weekend, but I won't be able in the next few weeks to stream as often, and definitely no 8-hour streams. Sorry about that, but gotta take of my stuff. Gotta take care. And yeah, see you soon, guys. Bye.